Hello everybody and welcome, this is Comodin, and in today's video we're going to be ranking every Barricade design from worst to best. And who better to join me than the expert Transformers man, Brian from TFanPage101.
I know which one Optimus Prime is.
See, that's why I hired him.
Yay!
He's got an IQ of about 2, so I think we'll get through this smoothly.
That's 1 point more than him.
Barricade rose to fame in the first Transformers live-action movie in 2007, but he has actually been around since Generation 1, and he's had a few interesting designs over the years. That will be very interesting to look at. So without further ado, let's dive straight into the tier names. The first one, of course, we have to have his most iconic phrase. To punish and enslave. This is basically the most badass Barricade. Like, he will punish and enslave you. Next up, we've got the second highest tier.
Are you username ladiesman217?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you username ladiesman217?
Yeah.
Following up next, we've got
We're lucky to have survived that Megatron.
where we kinda like it, but then we don't at the same time. And now for the second lowest tier. Poor Barricade. He didn't stand a chance. Last but not least, we have the worst tier.
Your time is up.
Wait. We surrendered. We're your prisoners.
Move it.
The first one we've got is Generation 1 Barricade. Drastically different from how we will see him in the future, but from a base design, I gotta say I'm not really feeling this one. It doesn't really do it for me. I guess the kind of pink red, I don't know, it's pretty basic, doesn't really stand out to me too much.
I think he's got a pretty good shaping on the artwork, but as a Micromaster, you know, he's fine. It's a little guy, you can't really expect much. And for a Micromaster to have a big name in 2007, I mean, that's pretty incredible.
I think he's lucky to have survived that then. A lot of people may not know about this one. It is from Energon.
I bet he looks incredible. Why does he look like Onslaught?
Gee, I wonder, maybe it has something to do with trademark issues. I don't know.
Ew, that's disgusting. Get it away from me. It's not like my G1 Barricade.
You know what? I actually kind of like it. You know, looking at the toy, like the toy actually looks really cool.
But he has missiles on his toes. He's got the cricket shoes of Knuckles.
Well, actually, let's start with the movie line of Barricades. We got a lot of movie Barricade designs to go through. What do you think about this 2007 design though? Because it is a good badass looking design. I don't like how kind of pointy everything is though. That's always been my gripe over the years, is that everything is sticking out.
I kind of like that because it was different on his back, and then especially his arms really stood out. I mean, he was a sharp looking Decepticon, which is definitely, you know, as opposed to Bumblebee, who's more softer and more squared.
We got Forged to Fight and the early head design of Barricade. Now, if you look at the Forged to Fight one, this is what I mean. Just something a bit more kind of solid. Still like the design, but it's obviously very sharp all over on the 2007 one. I kind of would have just liked something to be a bit more cleaned up, I guess.
One thing to note is that the movie Masterpiece, which is one of my favorite movie Masterpiece figures to date, the elbows are wrong. It's in the wrong place. He's got one joint in the arm and it's way too high up.
You just wanted to get that off your chest.
Yeah.
That early head design though just looks terrible on that body. I mean, look, it's so tiny.
It looks like a G2 Decepticon.
Now I won't be talking about every Barricade toy, but I'll talk about two that stand out from the rest. We've got the Hunt for the Decepticons one, and then we've got the Retcon Barricade from the 2007 movie. And to be honest, I'm not really a fan of either one of them. I think the colours on both look really off and weird.
I actually don't mind the blue and yellow because I'm just into that kind of stuff. And also, it reminds me of the fact that Barricade was meant to be Prowl early on in the movies.
Next up, we've got one of your favourites, Brian. We have 3D Battle Card Barricade.
I have this!
Of course you do.
Oh, it sucks.
I mean, I think it's still ugly, but this is actually better than some of the others I've talked about.
It's not in hand. It's got very weird proportions. The head printing looks fine, but only because I'm pretty sure they just took that from a render.
Oh, let's talk about another ugly guy. We have Cyber Missions Barricade.
Ugh, could compete with Morbius.
Next up, we've got another ugly looking one. This is the Second Life avatar of Barricade.
I'm just confused more than anything, really.
I don't know why I'm getting Fat Controller vibes from him. We have a movie prequel special Barricade. The art for this book looks actually really good.
You know what's funny about his head? I'm just realizing it reminds me of Clench from G2.
Ooh, maybe that is a reference.
Oh my goodness, we cracked the code!
And this head is like based on the early movie design as well, and it actually just improves it. It actually suits it better because it's bigger. This is from Dark of the Moon Foundation.
His head looks like Swamp Thing in different colors.
I like his arms. I don't know why. I love how sharp, like razor sharp they are. I'm going to go with Ladies Man on this one. You know what else is a Ladies Man?
TFanPage101.
I wouldn't be shocked if that was your original channel name. Next up, we've got 2007 Dangler.
Dude!
This would definitely be hanging from my car.
He looks like a hellspawn. He looks like he's screaming for help. He's in eternal hell right now.
But do you think it looks like a Bionicle?
Oh my god, he looks like Anua. Put the comparison up, Anua.
There, see? There it is. Gravity Bots Barricade. Now look how chunky he looks. Doesn't he just look adorable?
Oh my god, he's adorable. I kind of want one of these because you just flip it down and it transforms.
He's so cool, I just want to stomp him. Next up, we've got Transformers The Last Night Barricade. Now, there are a few things about this that are really cheesy, like the knuckle dusters actually saying punish. It's like, it's too much for me, but I love the roundness of it. I love the updated design. The colours look really good on this.
Okay, but what I like is it also pulls it back to where it feels like an actual character because it's got all the equipment. It's got this wicked cool machine gun thing, and then you got the little taser on the side there. An actual pistol that he has straps on the side of the arm. I think there's handcuffs somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that. But it's all cool stuff that makes him look like a genuine cop. And when you go back to some of the original Transformers, a lot of the characteristics were shown in the robot forms as well. So I like how they kind of went back at that, especially with The Last Night in Age of Extinction, where they kind of blurred some of the character designs. But I also like the fact that he's dark blue in reference to more of the Minicon, but not straying away too much from his original design. I like it a lot.
You finished?
Shut the up! Man, my favorite scene was in The Last Night where he had a whole action scene cut out.
Yeah, and he was put in a commercial. Do you remember?
He has more scenes in a Coke and a Sonic commercial than in the movie.
But this is an early concept design of Barricade for the Last Night movie, and I really like this. I think it blends in. Like, I like the fact that it actually looks like he's covered up with a barricade, which may be a bit too on the nose, I understand that. And his head's probably a bit too small.
It's very flat on the top. It just doesn't look like Barricade to me. It looks like something that's trying to reference Barricade.
Well, I was actually going to say, by just looking at it right now, I don't know why, I see it as a crab. And he looks like a crab, doesn't he? Like, just imagine him crawling around the beach.
Barrack crab. Barrack crab.
We got Energized Igniters. I mean, I like the head, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't suit that body at all. It's just kind of too square for that head. I know, it just looks really out of place.
That head would be better on The Last Night Barricade, if only they had the concept for that, with sunglasses.
Alright, next up we got War for Cybertron video game Barricade. Now, I really like this design. I always used to play as Barricade in the War for Cybertron, like, first chapter. Like, I would always pick Barricade. I don't know why. I just was immediately drawn to that look of the design. And you can definitely see a lot of movie influence, but then a lot of G1 kind of influence as well. Like, they really made a good G1 looking movie Barricade.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really care for this version of Barricade. I think it looks fine. Ooh, let's have an epic debate. Here we go.
You have just hurt my G1 brain. Ooh, I was born in the 80s. I know what I'm talking about. Ooh, how dare you. Ooh.
But the reason why I don't care so much for this Barricade is because he just looks too generic. He looks like any other con in the games.
You know what? Screw you, Bride. I'm put it in number 1. We've got Creo Barricade. You know what? This is okay.
It's fine. He's got a purple shirt on.
His legs look like keyholes.
That's hot.
Barricade from the Transformers Universe MMO. And then we've also got a second variant of that, but just different colours. This is from the Universe pop-up line. I mean, this Prime style looking Barricade is definitely the badass best blend of Prime and movie.
Yeah, I think I'm on board with this one. I can totally see it working with the Transformers Prime series.
The pop-up universe, my only complaint is that, yeah, I'm not a big fan of the different colour. Like, I'm not a big fan of the red all over, but I still think it's good regardless. we'll talk about the toy version of that, which I don't think did a really good job. It's basically just Prowl, but slapped on with a different head and it's Barricade.
This is something that I really do want because it would definitely fit in with my Prime collection. I'm not going to argue with it. I love the cop car mode. I think that looks really good. Yeah, I'm happy with it. I like the amount of purple you get in the robot mode. It helps it stand out a little bit more too.
We've got the Battle Tactics Barricade. I mean, look at him. Doesn't he just look like a little tyrant?
Looks like a little gremlin.
I'm a little goblin and I'm here to shoot you. Yeah.
We have 2 animated heads of Barricade. We've got the original version, and then we have another one, which is the Derek J. Wyatt head design.
Yeah, I don't mind the first one with the spikes and everything and the beard, but it just kind of feels like there's no real direction. It just feels spiky for the sake of being spiky. I like the second one because it feels like, oh, we can gauge an idea of what Barricade is. Let's play with that. So let's give him the hat and the nice sunglasses. And God, I love that mustache.
I think he looks like a ladies' man. I don't know about you. Let's talk about the next Barricade design. This is a new take of Barricade that I hope we get to see a lot more of. This is the Evergreen Barricade. Now this design is just wow. They've taken the Last Night look and they've just kind of revamped a lot of G1 elements into him. I know, it's just a lot more cleaner look of that design, and I like the bright white as well.
I think it would have been fine in Cyberverse if they just simplified it a little bit to fit the show, because I'm seeing a lot of different angles with it. But
well, there was a toy of this. It was called the Authentics line, and I don't know how authentic this is. You know,
it looks like something from Cars.
Yeah, exactly. Look at that face. Look, he's got little eyes.
Put some googly eyes on.
There you go. Oh god, no, that's ugly.
Oh, stop that.
Well, I'll talk about this one at the same time of that because I feel like it goes online. This is the Earth Wars Barricade. So they did use this model as for like a game.
I like the robot mode. The car mode looks fine. I like the front of it, but the spoiler looks like a skateboard.
Right, next up we got an evergreen design again, but this is a figural bag clip.
I love his cheeks.
Barricade. A bouncing ball head. I've never seen this with any other Transformer. Wow.
Man, the one thing I hated about Barricade was that he wasn't a bouncy ball. What's this? He has a bib on and wicked looking shades.
Alright, for that, he goes to the highest.
I like how he was going to the lowest of tier up until the last minute.
He bounced his way up. This is Bot Shots Barricade. This is ugly.
I like the head.
No, you don't. This is the War for Cybertron Trilogy Barricade. The only thing I'll say about it, I kind of like that if Barricade was to be in G1 in terms of a different way, I do imagine him being from a Prowl model.
I like it a lot because it's like Prowl, but the opposite, you know, because he's a villainous version of Prowl, which is funny because the artwork that he's based on was someone who designed Prowl and made it into Barricade. So it was based on fan art, so that's pretty cool. I need him. I want him.
Donate this figure to Brian, guys. If you've got one and you don't want him no more, give it to Brian.
Give it to me.
Alright, next up we got Generations War for Cybertron.
This is Decepticon Runner from the Galactic Odyssey Micron Micromasters collection. It was in a pack of 6, but this one is in reference to the original Barricade Micromaster. So to not cause confusion, they called him Runner.
Alright, next up we've got the Abomination. Battle Masters Barricade.
I have this!
No you don't. Why?
I have this and it sucks! First of all, it was $3. Second of all, the gimmick's not bad because I thought, okay, it's got a handle on it and you can't pop that off without doing anything with the gimmick and messing it up. But no, you could pop it off that handle and you could still play with the gimmick. It's actually a fun gimmick, it's well made, but it is not Barricade. You cannot convince me that was meant to be, from the start, Barricade.
Alright, last but not least, we've got Barricade from a Transformers Online Chinese game. I like the body, it looks really cool, really well designed in that kind of style. But the head, I don't know, it looks kind of too pinched.
What's with this face? It looks spooky. It looks like a skeleton got pie on its face.
Right, next up we're going to talk about fan arts. Now, we're not going to talk about a lot of fan arts. I'm only going to talk about a select few that we've got. I just want to give out some mentions to some great artwork.
First one we've got is a DeviantArt user named Bector.
I like the head design a lot, and I actually think this is a good variation of it. You know, it's a good redesign of kind of like the Prime version of Barricade.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I especially like what they did with the door arms, making it a little more sharper. I think that's nice.
Barricade in the Cyberforce Galaxyverse, but this is obviously more animated style. This is by Maxa Alpha 017.
Whoa, okay, I like the big shades that pop out and then it covers the entire eyes. I think that's pretty cool. I like this. This one looks like something that would definitely fit in the animated. I think yeah.
I think yeah too. This is really cool.
Guys, we're on a yeah on this.
Alright, next up we got a freelance artist on ArtStation called Gabo Off who did this amazing animated version of Barricade. He used the Derek J. Wyatt head and just gave it his own body. You know, I actually believe this is how he would have looked in the show. It just looks so good. Wow, such a refreshing design. That head actually works 10 times better with this body.
I don't want to be arrested, but if anyone were to arrest me, I want it to be him.
So there we have it, guys. Every Barricade design ranked from worst to best. Brian, what would be your personal favorite Barricade if you had to just choose one?
Angry Birds.
Oh god, there isn't an Angry Birds one, is there? Did I forget to do an Angry Birds one?
Just put up a picture and put it at the bottom of the screen.
Sorry guys. People say, why didn't you include it with Wheeljack? And I go, I forgot. Angry Birds isn't always on my mind.
Okay, here's Angry Birds Wheeljack. Bye.
Alright, where would you... Okay, it's going at the bottom. Guys, are you happy? I included it and it went straight to the bottom.
I like the mustache, but that's it.
Oh my god, yeah, he's got a mustache. Oh my god, that is such a cop.
That is such a cop thing to do. You are such a cop.
Brian, serious. Which is your favorite Barricade?
Okay, Camp Dad. It's probably the first movie one.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a good design, but I think my all-time favorite one has got to be the Transformers Universe MMO Barricade. I think it's just the best of both worlds, really.
Yeah.
Well, guys, there are all the Barricade designs ranked from worst to best. Of course, let me know in the comment section below which Barricade is your favorite. If you haven't already, check out TFanPage's channel. Brian's got some really good content over there. Some good toy reviews.
Don't lie to them.
I'm not, it's really good. He deserves more subscribers.
I'm closer to 25,000 now, so hopefully I get to that point. Yeah.
See? Guys, he's close to a good number. 25 is a good number.
I miss being 25.
If you want some comedy thrown your way, check out me and Brian's playthrough actually on the Transformers Revenge of the Fallen Nintendo DS version of the Autobot campaign. It's really fun, a lot of laughs, always with my friend Brian. I think you'll all really enjoy it.
We might have an exclusive GIF on Doug Walker dancing, but I'm pretty sure we don't.
Anyway guys, this has been Comodin Cam. Thank you once again, Brian, for joining me.
Okay.
You bitch.
Just end it on that.